proposed layman's draft for the Public Financial Management Bill. It is quite lengthy, and I must admit, if it were not my job, I probably would not have read the bill. It seeks to set out just exactly how counties will be funded under the Constitution. Counties will be funded through a revenue sharing agreement set out under the Constitution at 15% of national revenue. Going by the current budget, this would be 107.1 billion shillings to be shared out among 47 counties. Further funding will come from grants as well as the Equalization Fund, which will take up 0.5% of national revenue. Now that is roughly 4 billion shillings to be shared out amongst the most underdeveloped counties.
The share between the national and county governments is the parliament. The share between counties is decided by the Senate.
Key concerns also arose from the issue of grants and loans, with some parties in favor of factoring in such inflows as national revenue. However, the nature of most grants is such that they are tailor-made to suit particular projects. So what happens if a county fails to spend?
Of course, again, you know from the Constitution that if a county is unable to manage their finances properly, the National Treasury can withhold funds.
If we are talking about the poor use of funds, that is not necessarily a preserve of county governments, even if they are not here. I think the misuse of funds, and we all understand from the last few months how also happens at national government level.
So far, all we have is a few implementation organs in place. The Revenue Allocation Commission, headed by Mika Cheserem, which will advise the Senate on how to share out revenue, the Controller of Budget, Agnes Odhiambo, who will authorize withdrawals, and the Auditor General, Edward Ouko, whose office will monitor and evaluate the use of public funds. What we do not, however, have are two key organs, that is the Senate and the counties, which, just like the bill, merely exist on paper. Henry Githaiga, Citizen Business.